What is up, guys? It's Scott with Neverhead back for another Cloverhealth update, and we are largely flat-ish today, trading-wise, up 3.99 cents so far today, getting into Power Hour right now, up a 0.5%, so not the worst day in the world. I think we'll take it after the week we've had last week. Trading above the 50 EMA is always a good thing, and we had some nice volume to start the day. Big buy up, and then gigantic red volume right about here. Lots of dojis here, lots of prices getting rejected, and we had, oh, look at that, nice 7-cent jump here. Nice big green crayon for us. Let's see. Hopefully, if we can finish the day green, that'll be a huge step in the right direction for Clove. RSI right now is looking pretty good, sitting at 57.99, and MACDs are looking rather bullish for a change. That's always nice to see. Let's hop over here to the Ortex data. Not a ton of change from Friday. But we do still have over 80% utilization on the short interest and 39.5% free float on loan. That is still very fucking high. 44 million shares on loan right now. That is down a little bit from Friday. Let's take a quick peek at the short interest here on Fintel. And so we do have about the same shares availability as we did on Friday at 3.4 million from as of 1 hour ago, down or up from the low of the day of 1.3 million. And the short bar fee rate continues to drop down to just about half of what it was even on Friday, down to a measly 1.63%. And let's take a quick peek at the dark pool data. Dark pool is looking like there is a lot of fucking volume on the short side here. And the shorts are down 1.3 billion. They're digging themselves a deeper and deeper hole that they will remain in there for hopefully all of eternity. When it is time for them to cover and no one sells except for the weak hands, which will not be me, by the way. Let's go over to, we do have a little bit of news to get to. So from a couple of hours ago, we have Cloverhealth CEO speaks out for the first time on hospital controversies. We're not going to get to all of this because this is a very long article. But we'll get to a little bit. We'll go over the important parts here. All right, so source is from Anjali Kemlani, senior reporter. Cloverhealth CEO Vivek Garipalli has had a tumultuous year following the company's merger with Chamath Palihapitiya's SPAC. Though now meme stock, it's battling lawsuits spurred by a report from short seller firm Hindenburg Research alleging the company withheld information about legal issues from investors. It isn't the healthcare executive's first run with criticism about his business practices. 3 New Jersey hospitals he owned and operated with 2 partners made headlines for pricey patient visits, and an investigation by the state in 2019 uncovered a complex structure of shell companies that billed the hospital for management fees to the tune of $157 million in a 3-year time span. No wrongdoing was discovered. However, the inquiry prompted the state to tighten transparency rules on ownership. So speaking about the controversy in an interview for the first time, Garipalli told Yahoo Finance the strategies used were helped to save the urban hospitals, which care for an underserved population, from bankruptcy. So there is no lobbying voice for Medicaid patients. There's no lobbying voice for those who are uninsured. There's no lobbying voice for undocumented immigrants who seek out healthcare services. They tend to live in a lot of those markets, and hospitals are required by law to see everyone in the emergency room, even if a patient is undocumented. He blamed what is known as the payer mix, a combination of Medicaid, Medicare, and private insurance reimbursements that the hospitals rely on for income, for the imbalance in revenues, a common complaint among hospital executives. The way it usually works is a hospital in a low-income area could have around 30% Medicaid population, 50% Medicare, and the remaining 20% commercial. The commercial payers typically pay about 2 to 4 times the actual cost of services for healthcare in wealthy areas. By comparison, the government pay accounts for less, and commercial payers make up to half of the mix. So for half of the populace, they're getting 3 to 4 times the cost. Meanwhile, the costs are about the same for everyone, including salaries for clinicians and managers, and the expense for utilities, equipment, and vendors. So low-income areas are faced with tough choices. What is the magic sauce to change a cost structure? He explained that it was to ensure greater input from commercial payers in order to cover services by ending contracts and then renegotiating. The 3 hospitals were embroiled in a long, drawn-out battle with the state's largest payer, Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield, until 2017, and the parties settled for an undisclosed amount. According to the settlement, CarePoint has agreed to accept Horizon's negotiated in-network rates according to company announcement beginning October 1st of that year. There have been hundreds and hundreds of hospital closures in the last 20 years, Garipalli said, claiming that the vast majority of them have been in low-income markets. Federal data shows that many of them are in rural areas. That is very fucking bad if you have to drive an hour and a half to get to a hospital if you're having a freaking heart attack or a stroke. So that should probably not be happening. And so Garipalli continues, and health insurers, particularly commercial insurers, have done a great job of saying it's not their fault, it's not their responsibility. And anytime anyone tries to cost shift to ensure services remain for those in need, they gaslight the conversation. They make it about something else, which, by the way, is a very smart strategy on their part. A blame game between healthcare providers, insurers, and drug and medical device companies continues as political pressure mounts to find ways to reduce ever-increasing costs of care. Not-for-profits are great, but it's not a business model at the end of the day. Private equity playbook. Health economists remain skeptical of any for-profit ownership in the healthcare provider space. At the end of the day, data has come to show that neither for-profit or non-for-profit are any different, according to Guy David. David is a professor of health management at Wharton, told Yahoo Finance that the strategy employed by CarePoint is similar to private equity owners, which have been increasingly seen in both the hospital and senior care spaces. If private equity is able to turn profit, where were those millions of dollars before? Who is missing them now? David asked. On Garipalli's comments, David said he was right that the marginalized populations don't have voices, but Garipalli and his partners didn't represent them either, just profited off them. Yes, they can keep the lights on, David said, speaking broadly about profit-seeking ownership structures in healthcare, but are people better off? I'm not so sure. Boss shit, look up my Clover. Oh, man. LOL. Fuck Guy David and the author of this FUD. And we have another little PR to get to from today. Cloverhealth co-hosts healthcare equity event alongside its community leaders in Atlanta, Georgia. The event will pay tribute to community leaders who have gone above and beyond their call of duty to provide COVID-19 relief in the community. Atlanta City Council member Michael Julian Bond will present a proclamation in honor of Cloverhealth's commitment to improving health equity, and Bishop Carlton Pearson will deliver remarks on how local church leaders can coalesce to bring quality healthcare solutions to more seniors in Metro Atlanta. Additional event programming includes special performance by gospel saxophonist Angela Christie, Bishop Paul Morton, and members of Concerned Black Clergy of Metropolitan Atlanta. Very nice. We got a nice little gospel saxophonist. Haven't heard one of them before. Through this event, we hope to shine a light on the healthcare equity challenges that so many of our brothers and sisters face, to find ways to help them overcome some of those barriers to live happy, healthy lives, said Councilman Michael Julian Bond. Faith and health are 2 core pillars of our community, and we believe that by working hand in hand with Cloverhealth, put Atlanta seniors' needs front and center, we'll be able to improve the spiritual, social, emotional, and physical well-being of each and every person we serve. It takes a community to look after the community, said Reverend Shannon E. Jones, president of the Concerned Black Clergy of Atlanta Metropolitan Area. And I'm certainly not going to read the rest of this. I just wanted to get to a couple of quick updates. And basically, shorts still have not covered. Squeeze is still in play. Cloverhealth is doing everything that they need to do to make money, make people happy, and keep the lights on in hospitals. They are trying to not fuck over poor people like a lot of health insurance companies are. I think this is definitely still a long-term hold. So That is just about going to do it for this one, guys. As always, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more updates on Cloverhealth, as well as other stocks and tokens we like. And I thank you guys so much for watching this far, and I'll see you in the next video.